and use like a boat wax.
A
you
boat
know,
wax, okay.
That is
Okay.
4 fiberglass.
Oh.
Like boat. That's what the only thing I ever used on mine was. I just looked in the automotive store for a wax that was for boats,
Okay.
and that worked pretty good.
Okay,
great.
boat wax.
Boat wax.
So we have our barbecue hook up there.
Wonderful.
So you'll have to get a hose and
Oh, for barbecuing.
Yeah, remember we have
Okay.
a little one.
Right down there.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
you have 110 power out here. So if for some reason you want a TV or something plugged in out there, you can.
Sure.
I'll open this up since you guys are first timers. This is the back of our refrigerator.
Ah, that
You-
is it. I was wondering which was.
You shouldn't ever have to get in there
Okay.
for anything. There's nothing for you to do in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just wanted to see it.
And if
That's
anything ever went wrong with the refrigerator, typically this would be, well, you'd get a service guy to look at that, and it'd probably be back here someplace, huh?
Do you guys
Yeah.
service that kind of stuff too here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're really far between us. Service is just blow out this. You have this chimney that goes all the way up,
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
and you can take a air hose and blow that out. But
Oh.
that's the only really service you do to it. There's
Okay, good.
nothing
That's
to
good to
take
know.
apart.
It's kind of like your home refrigerator. We got to
Yeah.
clean out underneath. Kind of
Is that a 1-year deal? We do it every year or every couple of years or whatever?
Whenever you got the air hose out, you can blow it out.
Ah, okay.
Ah, there you go.
What happens there is this is a metal chimney,
Yeah.
and rust will build up there in time, and sometimes those rust particles will fall down, and there's a little flame right here for the gas portion of it, and they'll fall on that igniter or that flame, and then the refrigerator won't work. And all you have to do is
Blow it out.
blow it out.
And then will it reignite again?
You'll have to go in there and turn it off and turn it back on.
Gotcha. Turn off the refrigerator?
Yep.
Okay, from the inside.
And then
Okay, got it. So wait.
Furnace.
Okay.
That heats
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, and this will be hot, so
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
winter
And
time,
the
especially.
furnace is run electrically?
Gas.
Or it's a liquid propane?
Yep.
So liquid propane runs the
Refrigerator
refrigerator and the heater
and the heater
And
and
then-
your stove.
and the stove. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
And your hot water heater.
And the hot water.
And that's what we got right here is our hot water heater. This comes off. Now this is a Suburban water heater. It has a 110 element in it besides
Okay.
a on gas. So I can't remember on this one, but here's a switch. See this little switch right here?
Yeah.
That has to
Okay.
be in the on position for it to heat on electric.
Oh, okay.
Here it
okay.
going right now.
Okay. Well, in other words, you plug in at a RV park.
Yeah.
You got to
and
turn that on electric.
Yes, if
And this
you
is
want
for the
to
water.
hot water, yeah.
Hot water, electric. Okay.
And if you got it on off position, then the gas is heating it up.
Yeah.
Keeping the hot water.
Yep.
So you do both ways, basically.
You actually, on mine, what I used to do, if I went over to the coast, I'd turn them both on. When I got there, the gas would come on first, and it's a lot faster on gas than it is the 110.
Okay.
So once I got it hot, then I'd shut the gas off and use their electricity and save
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
the gas.
I see. So for right now, traveling, we're not doing anything to keep
We
it
just
off.
keep it off. Yeah.
Now it says push to reset. What's that all about?
These are two high limits breakers back in here.
Mm-hmm.
If for some reason the thing isn't working, you could go push on those there, but that doesn't happen very often.
Okay. That's for
I
you.
can see that if for some reason you drained the hot water heater through this plug right here, and you didn't have any water in there, and then somebody turned it on with no water in there, that would get hot and probably trip them.
Now is that something to winterize your thing? You drain it right there,
I
huh?
drain it right here.
Okay. You put anything else? You don't put anything else in there, antifreeze and it just goes in there. Just no.
No, just drain this.
Just drain it out.
And then this has a nanoid rod on the end of this plug here. It's about yay long.
Mm-hmm.
And on Suburbans, they do that so it keeps lacrosses out of the tank. So those should be inspected every time you drain it and just take a look at it.
I
They'll
see.
be getting ate up, and that's a normal function for them. When they get 2/3 ate up, or there's only a third of that rod left, then throw it away and get a new one. But
Okay.
it doesn't happen very often. I mean, it'll take a while. You just have these 2 cans here.
Okay, great. See, I'm glad that's on video. Okay.
This is our generator. This is an Onan. These are the best. This comes off. This is the oil dipstick. This is, you can start it from here. Or you can
And the oil, is that an annual?
yeah.
Change it every year?
And
or
try to run your generator at least, tell everybody, once a month.
once a month.
Oh, okay.
Just let it run for a while. And that keeps the gas fresh in the carburetor. That's
Oh.
probably the #1 repair we do on generators is old gas and carburetors.
Oh.
Gum them up. And, you know, they sit out here on the lot. They get ran a little bit and they don't get ran.
Yep.
So when you go to fill up with liquid propane, where are you filling up?
We'll
He'll
get
show
those
us that.
all in this.
Oh, it's
Other
in
side.
another location. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good to know. And then if you need to put oil in, when oil is put in, is it put in through there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drain is underneath, obviously.
Yep.
Yep.
What kind
Okay.
of oil is it? The same kind of oil you would
Just
put
like you
in
in
a
a
car?
car, yeah.
Can you put synthetic oils in there? that better?
They
Not
don't.
necessarily.
They don't recommend it.
recommend.
Yeah, did you wait?
How about the air filter?
Their filter is right here.
Because you're in a pretty dirty area right there. You
Yeah.
know that. And it's open all around through there. So the air filter replaced, it says, with an improved air filter, Onan PN number. Do that how often?
Once a year.
Once a year? Okay.
And what we do, we just inspect them.
Yeah.
If they look clean, and they usually
Yeah.
stay pretty clean, then they'll hit it with some air and blow it out.
Yeah, yeah.
So
All
have
right.
you gone through and made sure all of this stuff is working okay?
Yeah.
So if something happens in the next 30 days of something that was inspected, you guys would be able to take care of it?
No, it's all on you.
They told him to say what answers to say.
Yeah.
They gave him the answers.
But if we did, because you know, we live 3.5 miles, 3.5 hours away from here, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Back on resume again. I noticed there's some kind of a little gauge, or what is that down there inside the rim?
That's
This
where you
here?
check your air pressure.
Oh, that's for the inside tire.
Yeah.
That's the inside
It's got,
tire.
valve extenders, as we refer to.
Oh, okay, valve
So
extenders.
you
Yeah.
can check.
What is the air pressure typically on these things?
These
Do you know?
run anywhere from 75 to 85 pounds.
Front and back,
Mhm.
75 to 85.
So one's for this
Okay.
tire, one's for the inside tire.
Yes.
Is there a rotation process on these tires you know of, or
Not that I'm.
not?
aware
Do you
of.
know? No. So we just got to keep.
So you just leave them till they wear out and then replace them? What
Well,
has been,
yeah, if you notice the front is starting to wear some, you could pull them off and put, switch
Yeah.
them to the back.
Yeah, front is really crucial,
Yeah.
obviously, on anything. You want a good front tires, but you probably change them all around.
Yeah.
Sometimes-
But they'll last you a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
and then these are all the original tires on
I
them?
believe so, yeah.
Now, when you this is all unlocked. Is there like one key for all of these compartments?
Yes.
It's not all a bunch of different ones. Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a big storage here.
Mm-hmm.
And this canvas here goes over the front windshield, if you
Oh,
wish.
it does have one.
Yeah. So if you,
On the outside.
on the outside,
Yeah.
if you're in a park or something and just want to stay a few days and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. Because we were looking at some of those in the brochures, and I thought, oh, I hope it did come with its cover. So it did.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever had this took good care of it, I think.
Yeah.
It's a nice one. And that's just more storage.
Okay.
Like your dad.
And that's part of that passage, so you can
Yeah.
go from 3 different directions.
And you see this little mark right here? I was here last time,
Yeah.
and I wasn't looking. I had the cat down too far. I got a spot.
If I had all the scars on my head, I haven't had any stitches yet. But
So
yeah,
just the
it's-
other side of the pass
You
through.
could store tables and folding chairs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got a lot of storage back here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I see this. This is what
Yes.
place? Okay, fabulous.
And then this is one we refer to as 30 amp. It has 3 plugs, so it's good to have an adapter to go from here down, so you could just plug into a wall socket.
Oh, yeah.
At home.
Does does this come with an adapter? Or you got to pick up an adapter.
I think I got one in my toolbox,
Oh, really?
so I'll throw it in. But no, they don't come.
Oh, okay.
And then you could plug it to a home one.
Yeah.
Does a home typically have like, could have 30 or 50 amp, couldn't it, a home or no?
Typically, a lot of them just have 30 amp.
They do, okay.
But
Cool.
like this, unless it's pre-wired for 30 amp, probably not.
Okay.
So you just have to remember, if you're just plugging that into a wall socket, like running the AC and stuff, you may trip your breaker at home
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
because it'd be drawing too much. Most of those plug-ins at home are only 15.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if we wanted to install one at home, a bigger one to use for that, we could do that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because see, we have a place in our upper backyard that we were going to put electrical, so we should put a 30 amp in there, so we want to just plug it in,
Right.
and then one trip.
Yeah.
We?
That way you keep your battery.
Are you going to do that?
We always means you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I have that same problem.
I figured you
It's
did.
always we. We're going to do this and we're going to do that, right? So in here, guys, we have, this is your water pump. This is going to take water out of our fresh water tank
Okay.
and pressurize the whole coach, so you have
Sink
water.
in the toilets and the shower.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is the water filter.
Oh.
It has an inline filter.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a new one in there right now.
Yeah.
So,
How
and then
often should one change a water filter?
every spring,
Every season.
after you get done winterizing, then
Mm-hmm.
put in, when you start going out again, then
So winterize it, and then when you're ready to go on the road, then you replace
Put
the
it,
filter.
yeah.
Fabulous. So we're good for a year on this one.
Yeah.
On all this stuff. So, okay, good.
okay, so then this valve right here will dump the freshwater tank.
Okay.
That's where that is.
And that comes out on your dump.
It'll
Wherever-
just come out on the ground.
Oh, okay.
I just dumped it right
So
there.
when you hook up at a site that has the electric hookup and water, where are you hooking up the water?
You're going to hook up city water connection right
Connection.
here.
And
And that's the hose there?
No, you have to buy a hose.
Oh, okay. We'll have to get a hose.
This is for winterizing.
Okay,
what
when you
this
want to
is.
drain it out completely.
Well,
No?
what a lot of, yeah, but a lot of people pump and freeze throughout the system. Over in Eugene, we never did. You know, it's warm enough there. We just took air and blew it out. Here, we put antifreeze and everything. And a lot of the coaches nowadays are coming so you can do that. So you can take this hose, stick it in a gallon of antifreeze,
And then it absorbs it right into.
turn your valve right here to winterize,
Oh,
and then turn the pump on. It will suck water throughout your system.
antifreeze.
Antifreeze. Yeah.
And how do you know when everything's filled or
when
properly?
it comes out, when that pink color comes out your faucets.
Oh, okay. Okay. And this would just take what size? 25-footer garden hose or a 50-footer? Or what do you think?
Well, probably a 25 will get you
25.
in most parts. Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
And so if we wanted to be at home and run water through this, we could just hook up a garden hose and then the filtering system will filter the water.
Yeah.
Very nice. I like that.
Now this little, you have a cable connection right there.
Oh.
That's for your park cable. All the parks have cable TV.
Oh,
Oh, they
So,
do. Okay,
yeah.
see, I didn't think of that.
so you know the coaxial. Good thing we didn't throw all 10 of those away that we have at home. Huh?
We've been cleaning out, throwing, getting rid of stuff like, oh.
So anyway, you can run your cord and stuff up through that hatch right there,
Okay.
and be able to
Okay.
close this door and lock it if you want, if you have stuff in there.
And this will be for what?
That is for outside shower hookup.
Oh, so you could close off. Nice.
Okay.
That's great. Let me open this so I
Okay.
can see how it opens.
Just
It's
like
just a
a-
pop out like that, and you put your hose in. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. good. Now this, what's this? Is this to run something down in here?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. You can open that hatch right there, run all your cords and stuff down through there.
So it's not coming out like this. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then you can lock this if you had stuff in there you want to lock out.
Okay.
If you did that, then that electrical cord could go underneath.
Yeah.
And then the
This
water.
just opens
Okay,
up.
like that. So once you have that open, you put your electrical through here, and the water one to hook up would also go through here?
No, because
No.
it's just going to be
That would
out.
just come outside.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
There's a little something right there. What's that? Just a drain? Water drain? Or is
Yeah,
that-
if water and stuff gets in.
Okay.
You could drain it in. Okay, good.
So, and then this one is where we fill up our freshwater tank. So what we do, we take the garden hose, and then we take a piece of old hose, cut about that much of it off, and slide it in there. Because sometimes these hoses kind of twist and bend. You take a regular garden hose with a brass end on it, you won't be able to get it down in there. So we take a chunk of old hose, screw it on there, and then be able to feed
Okay,
that.
so the one end of a old garden like we have at
Like
home right now.
we got plenty of that.
Yeah, that would work. I mean, you can
Oh,
buy
yeah,
that
two-
stuff.
Yeah.
We even make those with a little shut off on
Yeah,
them
yeah.
Oh,
and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we always just take an old hose and clip
Yep.
it, but
Sure.
it's up to you guys. You could buy one
You know when that's full, when?
when it spews out.
Coming out,
everything.
okay.
so if you want to fill it up, you go here.
Mm-hmm.
And
If
then
you want to
that's-
use it in a park or at home, you would use this to keep it going.
Yeah.
But you initially fill up with here.
Yeah, that way on the road you can use the bathroom and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, good, good.
At least put some water in it anyway for you.
Does this have any water in it now? Or
Yes.
No? It does. So is this
Yeah.
like all filled up and ready to go kind of
It
thing?
is ready to drive off. And this was our outside shower. And then this one here is our sewer flush. Now I know you don't know what that is.
Sewer
This-
flush.
So that's from the toilet and the shower and everything that
Yeah.
drains in.
So what that does, you hook up your hose there. And a lot of people will not use the same hose that you're filling up
Right. Get a separate
just in
hose.
case there's backflush. And that is a nozzle that goes right into the black tank, which is the toilet, and sprays all around in there, and it keeps
Oh,
it clean.
that does.
That does.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can run some water through this every time that you're dumping your tanks,
Aha. Yep.
it would really help.
Yeah.
But I know,
A lot of other places don't have that, huh?
well, most of them all do have
Oh, they
that.
do, huh?
But what I was going to say is, a lot of times there's 4 or 5 people right behind you. Everybody in a big hurry
Ah.
to get out of the park. So you hook up your hose, you dump your sewer, and you really don't have time to sit there and let that run a bit.
Sure.
Gotcha.
You know,
could
that's
do
under-
it when you get back home or somewhere else.
Right. But if you can do it,
Yeah.
the better off you are, because it will really keep your tanks clean.
Okay, good information.
And
Yep.
it will keep they have probes in there that tell you, and I'll show you inside, the different levels the tank is getting, how full it's getting. And if those probes in there, a little bit of toilet paper or sewage gets on them, then you're going to get incorrect readings.
Oh, yeah.
90% of the coaches that come back and people say that their tanks aren't reading right, it's
See-
always dirty tanks. I mean, almost every time.
So you should
Okay.
try to clean it out first and then see if everything reads
Yeah.
okay.
And then, yes, always use RV toilet paper and lots of chemicals to dump down the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
That'll keep the odors down, and it can help keep those probes clean.
So is our toilet paper that really thin toilet
Yeah.
paper? Can you
Stuff we
buy
don't like.
store-bought?
Yes.
We have some store-bought stuff that's really thin like that. Could we use that?
Well,
Or not,
not necessarily,
Not
just
necessarily.
because the RV-rated toilet paper really breaks down fast.
Fast. Okay.
So
Okay.
then this is our sewer here. We have a gray handle valve here, meaning the gray tank, which is your shower and sink water.
Okay.
And the black handle is our toilet water.
Okay.
So,
And they both drain out of the same place.
yeah, we'll take this cap off.
It's on good and tight.
So it comes off,
Mm-hmm.
and your hose will go up here and onto this thing.
Make sure the valves are in first.
Yeah.
The handles are in before you pull
Is
that
there a
off.
hose for draining with this unit?
No, but I'll give you a $40 gift card. So
We could go buy one.
Yeah,
It's the
and
same.
get a good one.
Get a good one.
You have to point that out to us, or maybe those guys can.
Those, they'll show you in there.
And that will.
So
be
you
for
take your hose.
For both, the same hose for both. Okay.
Yeah, and it will have ears on it just like that, and that will clip on there.
Okay.
And then you want to dump your black first, pull it, and then use your gray water to flush your hose.
Flush it out.
Flush your
Very
hose.
nice.
Why wouldn't this RV have a hose in it already from the other guy? Did he keep his, or did you?
Most people don't want to mess with somebody else's poop.
I suppose, yeah.
Great point.
You ask a stupid question, you get a straight answer, I tell you.
See, like that was the first time RV.
Yeah, I can totally understand that one.
So
Totally.
when we do get hoses in from, people leave them in used coaches all the time, we throw them away.
You
Yeah.
do. It's
Well,
just
I know for me, I would probably hose that thing out a lot.
Yeah.
Which most people probably do anyway.
So, and something that you don't want to do is when you get to the park and say this is your dump deal, your hose is right there, do not just open those valves and let the sewage come out.
Yeah.
You need to have those closed and let your tanks fill up. What I used to do, I'd run over to Winchester Bay or someplace and, of course, mess around the park. I'd let them stay a day or so, and I'd watch my monitor. When it got half full or 3/4 full, I'd come out and dump it during the day and then shut the valves. You got to have water in there. You have to have water in there to float everything out. And even your gray tank will get as smelly as the black tank.
Mm.
And people don't think that's true, but that is because, we're showering, we're
Sure.
washing dishes, all that stuff can go
Yeah.
down in that tank. And if you don't let it fill up with water, then that has no way to get out. And that's probably one of the things we run into is, especially over here, because people do so much dry camping here. Now over in Eugene, we always went to the coast or up, out of Bend or someplace. So we always seemed like we was in a park. Here, they just go out in the desert anywhere.
Yeah.
There ain't that many parks over here, and they just go out and camp wherever.
Yeah.
And that's okay over here. You can camp anywhere. So they, try to save on water because they're going to be there a week, so they try not to use any water. Well, especially solids in the toilet will just start building up in that tank. And then now how do you get it out of there?
Gotcha.
One of the guys that worked that runs parts for us, he bought a fifth wheel. He's still fighting his because somebody let that build up in there, and it's rock hard.
Wow.
And he's having quite a problem.
So we're going to be traveling on the road for 2 months. The first month we'll be staying for family. So would you recommend maybe after once a week or something to go to a dump station to dump and clean out?
Yeah,
And
and
then-
I found most city sewage plants have RV dump stations.
Oh,
So if you're in a strange area and you don't know where to go, you might just Google it and see. But most cities that have sewage treatment plants have an RV dump station.
gotcha.
So you could go there. But I'll show you inside. We'll get to the monitor panel. But you can just watch your monitor panel when it gets close to full.
Then you know
want it.
you got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll keep track.
Okay.
So something you don't want to do is hook up your water there. Now it's spraying inside.
Yeah.
You want to be sure and have your hose hooked up here in this black tank valve open. Because
Before you hook up the hose and get it going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what happens, one time I worked in Monaco Coach over in Eugene for a lot of years, and I was working late one night, and we had a 40 spot. We're in Harrisburg, and we had a 40 bay shop with 42 camp spots. Somebody comes, hooked up their sewer, left the valves in, and on his particular coach, his city water and his sewage was right next to each other. He hooked up the sewage, turned on the water. They got in the Cadillac and went to dinner.
Oh.
If you can imagine what that did to that $600,000 Monaco.
Oh my God.
We had to go in there and replace all the carpet and pad. And so
Wow.
That's just
Must
one of
be
the
in
things.
attendance when draining.
Yeah, so just remember, if you're gonna flush, have this already hooked up in the valve open, because for some reason that's a lot of water going in there. That will fill that tank pretty fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Athena. Nathan's not around. If she wants to flush your tank, I'm going to connect the hose in here first. I'm going to turn the black one on.
Just pull it out, straight out.
Pull it out. And then I'm going to hook up the hose in here and let the water run through.
Yeah.
And while it's doing that, it's emptying out the black. And then once it looks like it's done, I can stop the hose, pull this in, pull out the gray one now,
Yeah.
and restart the hose.
No, this is only going to do the black tank.
Only the black tank.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's only black tank. Okay. And the other one you just open and it'll just
Yeah.
let it out. Because
I
the
wish-
black has the poopies.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I wish they had. I wish every coach had both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they don't. But they manufacture.
Is there any
them.
way, could you clean out the gray by just flushing the toilet a few times over and
Well, the
process
gray's
it?
just going to be the shower and the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So what you could do
Oh, the
is
shower
as
and
long
sink,
as
yeah.
you're water, you
That's
put
what
the
I
shower
meant.
and the sink a little let it go in.
Yeah.
And then after you're done flushing this process, then you can do the gray. Okay.
yeah, you could open a faucet and leave this closed a little bit, let that build up
Yeah.
a bit, and open it.
Yeah.
You know, kind of cycle it.
And I suppose you can pretty much tell when it's done flushing.
Yeah, you can hear,
You
you
can-
can feel the hose. It'll
Yeah.
be empty.
So
Yeah.
when you disconnect your hose, then after you do first the black and then the gray, do you want to take a hose and just clean that out too
Yeah,
before you
clean
pour it
out,
out?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this hose have an elbow, a 90-degree elbow to hook up to
You
that
can
thing?
get one, but this thing,
that turns down.
you can turn this to different angles.
Oh.
It's kind of stiff, but that will rotate up and down. But on this one here, I would look for an elbow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get a elbow to go.
Okay.
So
All right.
right now, today, all we need to buy is the elbow and the hose.
Hose, yeah.
Now I've seen people too where they have these little thingies that,
Yeah, a little
Full
alligator or spider
yeah,
looking
whatever.
legs.
Are
Yeah.
those good? Do you need those, or does
Well,
that
if you're going to be
protect
in the park for a
them for
while,
a while? Okay.
you know, it's nice to, then your hose is, not just down here on the ground.
so
Has a
you
little
did
bit of
long-term
slope.
stays.
Do most
Yeah.
parks they have a dump station. They don't have a drain that you drain into the,
Yeah.
Right
most
next to
of,
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
most
they
of
do.
them have sewer,
Yeah, 'cause
cable TV, and power
okay.
at every slot.
and water.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
okay.
I
Most
remember-
of them do. Now, some of the old ones didn't, but they would have a dump station
Yeah.
at the entrance or something like that.
Sure.
But most all of them, at least over on the coast, they all had, most of them had sewer.
Now,
right
what's dripping here? Was that it's just
there.
cleaning
Oh,
out the
it's coming
excess?
out, yeah,
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sewer hose to store it.
to store it.
Oh, okay.
What typically is the length of a sewer hose you should get, or how much will that?
I would, well, most of them I would
Shrink
collapse,
up.
clear up, but probably lays to like a 20-footer.
Oh, really?
Footer.
Well, just
But that
because
doesn't-
a lot of parks maybe will have it back here at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Does anyone ever steal your hoses from?
No, I
Not really. Okay, just checking.
They don't want your poop either.
Because this isn't locked, so I'm wondering.
So,
Okay.
okay.
Now this is our propane. This is our liquid propane
Okay, which feeds into the generator.
generator,
Okay.
your refrigerator, your water heater, your furnace,
Okay.
your stove.
Built-in tank, so
Yeah.
you just got to pull up to wherever they
Yeah.
service.
So being brain dead here, what's the difference between it? You fill up in there?
Yeah, this is just your off and on valve here. So if you want to shut the LP off for whatever reason, it may be storing it or whatever,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you can shut it off there.
When you're traveling on the road, should it be off?
I used to always leave mine on.
Really? Okay. So there's no danger of it like
No, because that way you could run your refrigerator going down the road. keep it
Oh,
cold,
okay. Good point.
You know, so when I worked for Monaco Coach, I went all over the country and drove a lot into LA, and I'd have people have problems with coaches, and I'd fly down there and get their coach and drive back and fix it and then take it back to them. So I did a lot of driving on I-5 down into
So
LA.
how big of a tank is this?
This one is pretty good size. It must be about a 16-gallon. Okay.
How long? So if you're driving down and you have your liquid propane tank on to keep your frozen fruit frozen, how long can you keep that on before it wears out or goes out about on an average?
probably a month or so.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. And there's a gauge to let us know if we're getting low too.
Yeah.
If we need to, in most gas stations we have liquid propane in addition to diesel. Okay.
And they will fill it for you.
Good.
By law, you're supposed to be licensed. And in Oregon, you have to be licensed through the state, which we were where I was.
Gotcha.
But over here, you don't. Idaho is
So
a
this
different
is
country.
turning
It is,
on.
yeah.
You don't have it be in the fridge though. You're not using it. You just turn it on.
Yeah.
And then you fill up through here. And
Yep.
what is that, a gauge?
That's a gauge there.
Yeah,
So
you don't have
a gauge
to.
here and inside.
You don't have to
Tell you
even
if
worry
it's
about
full or
that
not.
because they will do it for us.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
So much on the outside.
Yeah. Then this is where we're going to put our diesel.
Oh,
Right
great.
there.
26-gallon tank. Is that right? All right.
That could be.
That's
Yeah.
what the spec said. Oh, there's a fuses.
There's a
some
fuse, that's
fuses.
nice.
These will be fuses for the chassis stuff. What I refer
So
to
do they
as chassis.
have a little map to show what the fuses are and where? Or
In your book, probably.
in the,
Mhm.
And they'll
okay.
just-
So there's
Okay.
one thing I got to check. The other day when I went to sit in that seat, I hit myself on that bar and I actually got a bruise in the back of my leg. I'm like thinking, does this one stick out again? They're about the same. So there's no way that just that little handle to go in more. It's just the way it is, and I got to be careful. Maybe I'll say I'll put one of those rubber pipe insulators.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. Now this is a leather. This is that leatherette thingy, or
I'm not sure.
yeah, I don't. I know it's because our car has that leatherette. I'm like, how do you put leatherette? He went to put leather conditioner one day. Didn't work out. I said, I think that's something.
I have a classic car. It's just got vinyl in it.
Oh.
But the guy at the auto parts sold me some leather and vinyl cleaner and conditioner, and it really works good. It's starts with a nail. It's not the typical McGuire's and that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
it's not. Yeah.
It's
Is this a storage?
Lexon or something like that. It's called. Starts with a nail and it comes in a
Oh, okay.
red or yellow
Okay.
spray bottle.
I have a question for you on the awning there.
Mm-hmm.
Is this just to keep the sun from coming in the window, pretty much?
No. All that is what we refer to as a slide topper, and all that's going to do
Oh.
is keep debris off the top of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Slide
Okay. I see. So, in other words, when you're parked for a while and you're going to head out, you want to check up there and see if there's any branches or anything like
Yeah.
that, or
to. Pine needles, you know, if
Is
you're
it
underneath
a good
it.
idea to get some kind of a cover or casement for that, or not?
that's
necessarily?
supposed to cover it. That's supposed to cover it, but oh, you're talking about the awning itself?
Yeah, so
Oh.
things don't get in. It's not a good idea to get anything.
No, I
So you can even open up once in a while, make sure it's all clean and
Yeah,
everything.
you can just open it up.
Yeah.
There isn't a ladder on it. This thing is there to go? No.
What is this down here?
Just storage. It's just storage in the doors. It has it on both sides.
So you can open it up,
Yeah.
flips over. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Now the